Alright, what is going on everybody? It's Joseph here. Welcome back to another Need for Speed Most Wanted video. Welcome to another ranking video. Today I'm going to be testing and ranking all 15 Blacklist cars from worst to best. All of these cars will be tested using keyboard and automatic transmission because at the time of recording, I honestly couldn't have been bothered to turn on my Xbox One controller, and honestly I feel like I drive a little bit better with keyboard, but that's just a personal preference thing. Also, I will be testing every car in one lap around the Ironwood Estates circuit track, and every car will be tested as is, meaning no further upgrades will be installed and no nitrous will be used. Also a reminder that this video is strictly testing the performance of the car. If you want to see a video ranking the Blacklist cars based on how they look, I suggest you click off of this video because this is not the video for you. I just wanted to do this style of ranking the Blacklist cars because every video I've seen ranking Blacklist cars, they rank based on the aesthetics of the car, and I haven't seen anyone rank based on performance, so that's what I'm doing in this video. So without further ado, let's get into the countdown. Coming in at number 15, we have Taz's IS300, which achieved a lap time of 59.45 seconds, and this car is just terrible overall. The handling is awful, it understeers at pretty much every corner. It has almost no power due to the fact that it has no turbo and the fact that it is 5-speed as opposed to most people on the Blacklist having a 6-speed transmission. Coming in at number 14, we have Izzy's RX-8, which achieved a lap time of 56.75 seconds, which is about 2.7 seconds faster than Taz's IS300, and this car is okay. Acceleration is really not that great due to the fact that the gear ratios are really long. Handling is pretty okay, but that's really about it for the strengths of this car. Coming in at number 13, ironically, we have Vic's Toyota Supra, which achieved a lap time of 56.61 seconds. Now personally, I just see this as an improved version of Taz's IS300. It's got better steering, better acceleration, better top speed. The handling is a little slippery sometimes though, and it's just not as competitive as most of the cars on this list. Now in the number 12 spot, we've got Big Lou's Eclipse, which did a lap time of 56.56 seconds. And I've never been a big fan of this car. Not the way it looks, not the way it drives. It is a little bit faster than Izzy's RX-8, and I'd say that the two are actually pretty similar, with the only major difference being is that the Eclipse does tend to understeer a little bit more. At number 11, we've got Sonny's Golf GTI, which did a lap time of 56.21 seconds. And honestly, I was pretty impressed by this car considering it's the very first Blacklist car you unlock. But no, the acceleration is really good, the handling's on point. I mean, there's a reason people use this car for speedrunning. At number 10, we got Jules' Mustang, which did a lap time of 54.51 seconds. And again, this car is just okay, it has decent power. Acceleration could be a little better, and the handling is just meh. I mean, it's just overall disappointing, especially when you consider that Jules is number 8 on the Blacklist, and there's cars ranked below her that are faster than hers. At number 9, we have Kaze's CLK 500, which did a lap time of 54.41 seconds, only like a tenth faster than Jules. And while this car does have a lot of power, a lot of acceleration, making it really good for straight line racing and high-speed circuit tracks, the handling is just very, very bad. When I tested this car, I had to slam on the brakes before every corner, otherwise I would go understeering right into the wall. A lot of people consider this the worst Blacklist car, and honestly I would say there's a very good reason for that. It's pretty decent for pursuits because of the fact that it's heavy, but honestly don't expect to get a lot more use out of it. It's not great for racing at all. Coming in at number 8, we got Earl's Evo, which did a lap time of 53.34. And this car is pretty solid overall, but the only two weaknesses I would say that it has are the lack of a 6th gear, which makes it a little bit slower than some others, and it is kind of heavy, which makes it understeer a little bit. At number 7, we've got one of my personal favorite cars, both aesthetically and performance-wise. We got Barron's Porsche Cayman S, which did a lap time of 51.73 seconds. This car is a must-have if you're doing a playthrough of Most Wanted. Like, I would remember closing my game and restarting the race with Barron just so I could get his car. It's that good. Not only is it one of the fastest cars for the early stages of the game, but you can take it right to the end and have no problems pretty much. It's got good power, good downforce, good handling, just an amazing car overall. Coming in at number 6, we've got Ronnie's DB9, which scored a lap time of 51 seconds exactly. And I find it kind of funny that the number 10 car only lost to the number 3 car by 0.73 seconds. And honestly, that is because this car is pretty much an upgraded version of Kaze's CLK 500, which is not high praise. Both Kaze's car and Ronnie's car are pretty much just absolute boats, like insane amounts of power, but terrible handling. And what's worse about Ronnie's car is that the developers didn't even fully upgrade the engine and turbo. I don't know if this was intentional, considering you unlock the ultimate engine and turbo after defeating Ronnie, and maybe they just wanted to have you buy it yourself, but still that doesn't make sense to me, considering that the previous 3 Blacklist cars all had fully upgraded engine and turbo. Now we're coming into the top 5, the absolute best of the Blacklist cars, starting with Ming's Lamborghini Gallardo, which scored a lap time of 47.93 seconds. And just like Barron's Porsche Cayman, this is an absolute must-have on a playthrough of Most Wanted. The grip is incredible, the top speed and acceleration are both great as well. The only thing is that sometimes I would say it's a little bit understeery, but other than that, it's an amazing car all around. Number 4, we got Webster's Corvette, which did a lap time of 47.87, and I would say that this is the car for you if you don't really like the way that Ming's car handles, and I would even argue that the acceleration is a little bit better on this one. Number 3, we got JV's Viper, which did a lap time of 47.73 seconds. I would say that this car is pretty similar to the Corvette overall, except for the fact that the handling is a little bit more responsive. It is a little bit more prone to oversteer, so do with that information as you will. At number 2, we got Bull's SLR McLaren, which did a lap time of 47.19 seconds. Now this car has a little bit lower top speed than most of the other cars on the Blacklist, and the handling is a little bit worse, but the acceleration I would say more than makes up for it. And in the number 1 spot, did anybody really expect any different? I mean, this car is just in a league of its own. It's got insane amounts of power, the acceleration is phenomenal, and on top of that, the grip and the downforce just give this car a cornering ability that is almost next to none. This car just completely outshines every other car on the Blacklist. I mean, there is a reason that Razor got to number 1, and trust me, it's not because he's a good driver. And that's going to be it for today's video. If you enjoyed, please feel free to leave a like. And if you managed to get a time faster than me and any of the cars on this list, let me know in the comments below. But other than that, take care, and I'll see you on the next one.